So I'm here with Brandon and John, and we're going to tour their conversion project. You're taking this Austin Healey Bug-Eyed Sprite to, I said that right? There's a lot of words in that title. Okay. You're taking it from a ICE vehicle to an electric vehicle. So we're going to kind of tour around. You can kind of tell us some of the stuff that you've done on it. I'm going to start with back here, the gas tank. So we don't need this area anymore. This is where the gas tank was. So tell me a little bit about what you did with this area.
Okay, well, you notice we just got an empty hole here.
Right,
That's where you would fill it up.
Yeah.
The tank's been completely removed, and the majority of the batteries are going to go in here. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a hinged trunk lid that would make that easy.
Right.
We have to do it from the inside and go in this way and place them and wire them and do whatever we're going to do. And we've made metal boxes that they fit in, and that'll help protect the batteries.
Okay. So
Safety is important.
Here are the batteries.
Here are the batteries.
Let's talk a little bit about the batteries.
Well, we've got 48 of these cells. They're, what's the voltage on each of them, Brandon?
About 3.3.
3.3. So it winds up being close to 170 volts when they're fully charged.
So how long, when you get all these in here, how long can you go on a charge before you'll have to fill up? Do you know your mileage?
We don't know for sure yet. We're thinking, around 100 miles?
We think around 100. We've done some there's some YouTube websites where you can calculate weight, and we've added a little bit of weight. Once we took the engine and transmission out and replaced it with the DC motor and these batteries, we added just a little bit of weight, but we were able to calculate it, and rough number is about 100 miles.
Okay. So they're hooked up to the car now?
Mm-hmm. They are.
They are.
We wanted to test everything before we mounted them, because mounting them, it will be a real issue.
Yeah.
So we want to do all our testing, make sure everything's going to work with everything outside the car.
So I know if we circle around to this end, you can see we have the gas pedal right here. So what's going to happen when you hit the gas pedal?
Well, we've got it up on jack stands, so it's not going to go anywhere, but the wheel should turn.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brandon, fire up.
Whoa. Lead foot there.
Yeah.
So it's, a lot of wires on the batteries. What's kind of neat here is the intelligence of the stuff you can buy. I mean, each one of these cells has a lead to it, and we can monitor through the battery charger. This is the battery charger, and it has these different electronic components, basically a computer. We can monitor the voltage on every single cell. We can actually tell it to charge in a way that will, even though these are all hooked up in series, they'll basically do a self levelizing voltage when it's full. And so there's different philosophies on how well that works, but it seems to be working like we want. And then, of course, you can't just put 170 volts on a motor, right? You want to vary the speed. And so we have this motor controller that takes the batteries in, takes the different variable resistance of the pedal, and then sends that out in like a DC bus voltage to vary the frequency of the motor. And the motor is a double end shaft, so we've got this extra shaft that sticks out. We could put an encoder on there to kind of get an idea of what the RPMs of the motor is. We can then calculate how does that transmit to the tires, which we don't have transmission, so that's nice. It's just one calculation. Mm-hmm. And then we have a reversing contactor here. DC motors are a little bit, you can't just swap polarity on them to make it go reverse. You have to change the polarity on the winding. And so this thing is designed to do just that.
So then you're going to, I know we had talked earlier, you're going to put the majority of the batteries, like you said, maybe 40 of them in the back, mm-hmm. and then there'll be 8 that you're going to fit some type of holder in here like you did in the back.
Yes, we'll build another metal box.
Space.
And then there'll still be a regular 12-volt battery like you have in your normal car, mm-hmm. to operate just some of the some of these contactors, coils, and headlights and that sort of thing.
Little windshield.
Little windshield, yep.
Baby windshield wipers.
Yeah, little baby windshield wipers.
Yeah.
So, well, it's a good looking car, and then it's been pretty stripped on the inside. So you've got a dash around here somewhere.
We do. We have the original dash.
So you're going to take the original dash and put it in here, and then just try to put some
different gauges.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So, well, this has been an interesting project. Again, we're hoping that it will make an appearance at the next supercharged EV cruise in. But thank you for your time today. We really enjoyed the tour of your bug-eyed Sprite.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate it. And thanks for letting us do this. I know John, he loves to build them. I want to drive them. But doing this over the last few years, he's really been able to open my eyes to how much fun this can be, and sometimes it's just, I've wondered, what did my father-in-law get me into? But it's super. It is amazing. There's nothing like doing something with your hands and then watching, your creation come to life. It's fun.
Absolutely.
So appreciate you letting us share it, because for 4 years we've just been working on it and not been able to really talk about it. So thanks.